New right now, FedEx launching a trial of electric carts for deliveries in big cities. Frank Holland joins us with the latest. Good morning to you, Frank.
Hey, good morning to you, Andrew. Well, FedEx is really focusing on delivering to skyscrapers and places like that where it can really be a challenge. Trials in New York City and Toronto show these electric cars designed by BrightDrop. GM's EV subsidiary helped couriers deliver up to 15% more in dense urban areas than a traditional model and reduces trucks on the route by as much as 25%. That's using a model where a van with carts already filled with packages is driven to a location and then couriers go separately. The company's really trying to get ahead of a growing issue for delivery companies: parking. E-commerce was 86% higher in February 2022 than in 2019, but loading zones and parking spots, they've stayed just about the same. New York City and other big cities are limiting where trucks can park and pushing deliveries to off hours. BrightDrop CEO Travis Katz says the rise in diesel prices is also boosting interest.
Companies are really stopping and thinking about, okay, how do we rethink our operations? The world's changing, not just with oil prices and energy prices, but also there's increased pressure to reduce carbon emissions and really deliver a sustainable business.
The electric carts will be used for express delivery, where FedEx gets more than 50% of its revenue. Analysts say rising fuel and labor costs are making it increasingly difficult for all the delivery companies to maintain or grow margin. Andrew, back over to you.
That's what I was going to ask you about. What are we going to, when we look at margin 12 months from now, 24 months from now, what does it look like?
Well, this, in all fairness, Andrew, this is a trial, but I think it's going to be an issue for all these companies as e-commerce continues to grow. I don't think any of us are going to stop buying things online, and especially with a lot of big cities like New York City and like Toronto, limiting where these trucks can park, it makes it take a bit longer to get those packages, whether it's a residential situation or an urban situation. So it's really a wait and see, and I think that's why a lot of analysts have been questioning the margin numbers, because we know for delivery companies, the revenues are stable. People are coming in and they're shipping things, and they also have a lot of pricing power.
Real quick, though, what about the opportunity in the real estate market to actually get closer to the customer? You keep hearing about that, and you look in places, even in New York City, where restaurants and other kind of businesses have closed down. You'd think that actually that's where the opportunity would lie.
You know what? I mean, that is some potential there, Andrew, but I think really the question is for some of these companies, do you want to build up more capital, more CapEx investment on buildings, or do you want to have what FedEx refers to as urban mobility, more flexibility? And I think, and they said this is what this plan is about, just having more flexibility to be able to move different products around and also having more time-sensitive products. That's why they're focusing on Express, which is their air delivery, because according to them, it's getting harder and harder to promise one-day delivery and two-day delivery when there's so much issues with parking and actually getting the packages and getting their workers where they need to be.
Right.